Alright. Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video where today you're gonna learn the basics of the bass. So, to start, what is the bass? What is the role of the bass in the music? Now, the basics of the bass is it really sets the foundation of the music. It provides the groove, it plays a big role in music, really. It really gets the booty moving, you know. As soon as the drums come in, when the bass hits, you know that booty start moving. If you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to click the subscribe button down below and click the notification icon so you can get notified every single time I post a new video. Without any further ado, let's get started. So, here's my bass. I have a 5-string, but really what you're going to learn today applies to any 4-string or even 6-string basses. You guys might start with a 4-string. I use a 5-string just to get even lower than a 4-string. But again, same basics apply to all basses. To get started, how do we tune the thing? How do we make sure that we're playing in tune with the rest of music in Western equal tone temperament? And if you don't know what that is, basically, how do we make sure we're in tune with most modern music? A guitar tuner or a bass tuner, they really do the same thing, will work, or even a app on your phone like Guitar Tuna. Just pull it up. In this case, I'm going to clip it on and pluck the string. We pluck with these two fingers, like so. Pluck the string. It's going to give you a reading. Either you're above or below. If you're above, that means you're sharp. You're slightly higher than the pitch you want to be at. If you're below, you're flat, meaning you're slightly below the pitch. So just turn the knob counterclockwise to tighten and clockwise to loosen up. Alright, now that we're all tuned up and ready to play with the rest of music, what's the next step? Plugging into an amp, of course, and turn on the amp. Pretty self-explanatory. To hold it, if you have a strap, it depends what music you play, what's more comfortable. Rock musicians will probably have it lower, jazz musicians tend to have it higher. Just suit it to your preference. For now, I'm going to be playing without a strap, and it's going to be laying, this curve right here is going to be laying on my thigh. How to pluck and how to fret the instrument. To pluck the instrument, as I mentioned before, you're going to be using these two fingers. So start getting used to this movement right here. So let's start with open strings. So the top string, the highest string, the string farthest away from you, is the D string. Watch how I pluck it. So I'm using these two fingers to pluck. The next string closest to you is the D string. The next string is the A string. And finally, on 4-string basses, the lowest string for you guys will be the E string. I have a low B string. So really get comfortable with plucking with these two fingers. If you're transferring over from guitar, you might be used to maybe doing this or using a pick. A pick is fine for most rock music. It's kind of a debate, and and bassists. But in my personal opinion, there's nothing wrong with using a pick. Depending on the music, there might be something wrong using a pick in jazz, but in rock, there is really no problem there. How do we fret the instrument? How do we change the notes on each string? First, in order to do that, we need to learn how to hold the neck. This is called the neck. This is called the body of the instrument. This is called the head. This right here is called the nut. And this metal thing over here is called the bridge. These are pickups, knobs, tuning pegs. The frets are these metal lines going perpendicular with the strings. Right here. And you're going to have fret markers to just help you find your way around the bass that are going to be on the fretboard here. And usually they'll also be in front of you here on this side. Right here, along this. The double fret marker usually means 12th fret. So it's just an easy way to find your place around the bass. The 12th fret means that it's the octave. The same note, just higher. To hold the instrument, you're going to place your thumb in the middle of the back of the neck. And you're going to kind of grab it like you're grabbing a huge sandwich, right? You don't want to be grabbing it like this. You want to just get a firm, nice grip on it. And you want to leave one finger per fret. So you're going to have a span of about 4 frets. For beginners, this might be a little hard because your fingers aren't really used to stretching like that. But over time, don't worry, you'll get there. So let's do a simple exercise of fretting the first fret. We put our finger right here between the fret. Not on the fret, but between the fret and on the fretboard. So right here. Make sure you get it nice and tight. Push it all the way down. It's gonna hurt when you're first playing because you're not really used to it. Over time you'll develop some calluses that'll help with that. Now you might find that you're having trouble getting a sound. You might find that you're getting something like this. And that's because you're not pressing hard enough. Make sure that you're using the thumb to support and pushing equally. If you're just using your index finger to push, it's kind of hard. I mean, you can, but it's a lot more work. If you use your thumb and just push against the neck, you're going to get a lot easier of a note. So practice that, and practice doing that with all your fingers. And you want to be comfortable fretting anywhere there. And that's basically how you get a note on the bass. Now, there are different scales, meaning there are different bunches of notes that'll sound good together. And there's usually a minor and a major scale. The major scale sounds something like this. It tends to sound happy. And a minor scale sounds like this. It tends to be on the more sad side of things. There's different shapes that us as bassists tend to memorize for these. For the major scale, you are going to start on your middle finger. on your second finger. Fret a note, in this case, C, so the 3rd fret of the A string. And this will help you really learn your notes. Once you learn the C scale, you can figure out what's F sharp, G flat, same thing, B flat. You can figure out all those by just going down 1/2 step or up 1/2 step. In other words, down a fret or up a fret. So to play a C scale, C major scale, your middle finger is going to go on C, which is the 3rd fret of the A string, right here. Your pinky is going to play the 5th fret of the A string, which is also the D string. Same note, but it makes it easier if you play it with your pinky. That's the second note. The 3rd note, which is really what gives the quality of the scale, is going to be E. So C, D, E. E you play with your index finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. Then we're going to play again with your middle finger. You're going to play F. C, D, E, F. 3rd fret of the D string. Then, with your pinky again, you're going to play a G. So 5th fret of the D string. And just like on the A string, the 5th fret of the D string is also the G string, the next string up. Then with our index finger, we're going to play A on the 2nd fret of the G string. And with our ring finger, we're going to play B, which is the 4th fret of the G string. And finally, we play the octave of C with our pinky, which is the 5th fret of the G string. If you notice, the first and last are the same notes, just played higher. This is called an octave. And if you go up 12 notes, 12 half steps, you will reach the same note. Which is why, when you play on the 12th fret of your instrument, it's the same as playing 0 or open string. So for the purposes of this video, you really only need to learn the major scale. Now, the minor scale, we can learn in another video, in the next episode. So, once you get comfortable with playing the C major scale, you can go down 1 fret or up 1 fret to figure out what is C flat or C sharp. So if this is C, going down 1 must mean C flat. Or it's also B natural. Now, if this is confusing at first, don't worry about it. Just stick to the C major scale. However, when you start learning to play in different keys, you're going to need to learn different notes. Take F for example. F sharp is 1 up. That is not in the C major scale. However, in G major, it has all the same notes as C, except that instead of playing an F, you're playing an F sharp. But that gets a little complicated, of course. If you made it this far into the video, I congratulate you. You're going to learn how to play Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. It's a simple bass line, requires a little bit of technique, but it's a nice song to get started on the bass. So I'm going to play it for you so you guys can see what it's supposed to sound like. There we go. The basics of Another One Bites the Dust. So how do we play it? First note is an open E, so the lowest string on a 4-string. Notice that I'm using my hand to stop the note after it plays, so it's not ringing out like this. I'm using my hand to stop it. You can use either one of your hands. Same effect. Next note, after you play that 3 times, is the 3rd fret of the E string, or a G. After you play a G, you go back to the E and then up to the 5th fret of the E string. In other words, an A. So play it with me. And now we're going to go back down. So A, G, E. And that's about it. That's the basics of the bass. Hope you guys enjoyed, and please come back for more videos. If you want to see me react to some songs, please check it out on the screen. If you want to see some music that I've made, it's also on my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. And if you didn't like it, then don't like it.